Locals have many names for it. The Whispering Woods, the Hungry Forest, the place where people disappear. For 300 years, the signs have said the same thing. Do not enter. Do not stray from the road. The trees do not like visitors, and the trees always get what they want. David had hiked every trail in the state. He had survived bear encounters, flash floods, and 3 nights lost in the mountains. He did not believe in local legends. When he saw the signs warning about the Whispering Woods, he laughed. Superstition, he said. And he walked right in. The whispers started almost immediately. David thought it was wind through the leaves, but there was no wind. The air was perfectly still. Yet the whispers continued, coming from the trees themselves. They seemed to be talking about him. Welcome, fresh, hungry, so hungry. David turned back after an hour, but the path was gone. Roots had grown over it. Branches had closed behind him. The forest looked the same in every direction. His compass spun uselessly. His GPS showed no signal. The forest had swallowed him, and it was not letting go. David walked for hours, but he kept passing the same twisted oak, the same fallen log, the same unusual rock. The forest was moving around him. When he looked away, trees shifted position. The forest was playing with him, testing him, learning how much fear he could produce. The sun set in minutes. One moment it was afternoon, the next, complete darkness. David made camp, but sleep was impossible. The whispers grew louder at night. Thousands of voices, overlapping, contradicting. Come closer, stay away, join us, feed us. All of them hungry. David's flashlight found something in a tree trunk. A face, not carved, grown. A human face, pressed against the bark from inside. Mouth open in a silent scream. David stumbled backward. His flashlight found another face, then another. Dozens of faces, staring from every tree. The faces spoke. We were hikers too, they said. We ignored the warnings. Now we are part of the forest. We feel everything. The wind, the rain, the centuries. We cannot die. We cannot escape. And soon you will join us. The forest is always hungry. David ran, but roots burst from the ground, grabbing at his ankles. He fell. More roots wrapped around his legs, his arms, pulling him toward a massive, ancient oak. The tree's bark split open like a mouth. It was ready to absorb him, to make him part of the forest. David pulled out his hunting knife and slashed at the roots. They bled. Actual blood poured from the cuts. The forest screamed. Every tree, every branch, every leaf howled in pain and rage. For a moment, the roots loosened. David tore free and ran. The forest was no longer playing. The absorbed faces gave him directions. The heart, they whispered. Find the heart. Kill it. Free us all. David ran deeper into the forest, following their guidance. The trees grew older, larger, more twisted, and at the center of the Whispering Woods, he found what he was looking for. The heart was a tree so old it predated the forest. Its trunk was wider than a house. Its branches blocked out the sky. Hundreds of faces covered its bark, absorbed over centuries. At its base, a massive wound pulsed like a beating heart. This was the source. This was what needed to die. The ancient tree sensed David's intentions. Roots erupted everywhere. Branches swung like massive clubs. The absorbed faces wailed warnings. It knows. It knows. David dodged and weaved, inching closer to the pulsing heart. He had one chance, one strike. He could not miss. David drove his knife into the heart of the ancient tree. The blade sank to the hilt. Blood, black and thick as sap, erupted from the wound. The tree screamed, a sound that shook the earth. Every tree in the forest echoed the scream, and then everything went silent. The ancient tree withered. Its bark cracked and fell away. Its branches drooped and died. And from every tree in the forest, the absorbed began to emerge. Bodies pushing out of trunks, faces pulling free. They were not alive anymore, but they were finally free. They could finally rest. As the forest died, the path reappeared. David followed it toward the edge of the woods. The trees no longer whispered. The roots no longer moved. The faces were gone, their bodies crumbling to dust. 300 years of victims, finally at peace, and one survivor. David stumbled out of the forest at dawn. Behind him, the Whispering Woods were silent, dead. Just ordinary trees now. He collapsed on the road, laughing and crying. He had done it. He had survived. He had killed an ancient evil. But something felt wrong. Something felt missing. David looked at his hands. Green veins spread across his skin. He touched his face. Bark was growing along his jaw. The ancient tree had one final trick, one final curse. David had not just killed the forest, he had absorbed it, and now it was absorbing him. David made it to a meadow before the transformation was complete. His feet became roots. His arms became branches. His skin became bark. But his mind remained trapped, aware, just like all the others had been. And as the years passed, new trees grew from his body. A new forest began. A new forest grows now. The locals call it David's Wood. They have put up signs. Do not enter. Do not stray from the road. The trees do not like visitors. And if you listen carefully, you can hear the whispers. One voice louder than the rest, warning you away or inviting you in. Sweet dreams.